Well, good morning, everybody. It is so incredibly sunny out right now. I am just in town running errands, and first up is the post office. I have to ship off cranberry sauce and cookbooks and notepads, and so thank you for those who have ordered. It has been so fun seeing the names, because I can associate the names of where the things, where these things are going to the names of the people who comment and everything, and it's just fun. It feels like friends, feels like I'm shipping off things to friends. All right, so I'm at the post office and I brought a wagon because I have to take in all the packages, and it would just be too much to try to take them in one at a time. Last week I did one of the postal service pickups, and last week Emily and I packed on Friday, and so then I did a pickup for Saturday. I had never done that before, but since it was such a large pickup, our postal carrier had to come at the very end of her route, and so she didn't get to our place until after 5, and we have plans for tonight, so I couldn't risk that. So this week Emily and I packed on Thursday, because then I thought, perfect, we can have a Friday pickup. I'm going to be home all day Friday, and then guess what? I had forgotten that it was Veterans Day, so there's no postal pickup. So anyway, here I am at the post office on Saturday because we have plans tonight, and I couldn't wait around and risk the pickup not happening until, after 5 o'clock, because we'll be gone by then. So, all right, I need to get this in. We're also today going to stop at Walmart. We're also going to stop at Goodwill. We're also stopping at the bank. I don't know. We'll see. I only have about 2 hours before I have to pick Maria up. All right, heading into Walmart now. I just talked to Warren on the phone, and my list is growing and growing and growing. So I was hoping not to have to be in here too long, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of stuff I have to get. Because he reminded me we're getting awfully close to deer season, like super close to deer season, less than a week. And we need to get all the lunch snacks. And that's it's become quite a tradition to make up the bags of lunch snacks the night before. So I need to stock up on stuff like that and just all kinds of things. All right, I wish I had somebody here with me to help me make this decision. So Warren needed a pad for on his seat for hunting, and he said, I want something that's about 4 inches thick. Okay, well this one is only about 1.5 inches, but it's nice foam, and I really like that one. This one is 4 inches, but guess what? It's got all this extra stuff. It's a heated seat that you can plug into a, little battery pack, which that is nothing that he would ever have anything to do with. So do I spend $35 on something that he's not even going to want or utilize the whole thing? Or do you go with 2 of these? But then you're still spending more. I don't know what to do. Well, I'm here in the fragrance department at Walmart, and I was really looking to see if they carried the Dossier fragrances, because, today's video is sponsored by Dossier, and they actually are in Walmart stores now. It appears not in my small town Walmart, but I do know that you can go online. So I'm really just looking, and I don't see it here, but I know they have it online, and they have about 6 of their top fragrances, I think 6 to 8 of their top fragrances being sold at walmart.com. You can go there, check it out, and read some of the reviews. There's some really, really great reviews over there. If you're not familiar with Dossier fragrances, what they do is they mimic or make something as similar as they can to some of the top fragrances. They offer them at discounted prices. So check out walmart.com for those, or your Walmart store. Let me know if they're in your Walmart store. Well, it is still snowing. Did I say that before, that we're starting to get some snow flurries? That's exciting. And I picked up Maria, and now we're going to head into Aldi right now. So when I was at Walmart, I just didn't have time to finish the last 3 things on my list, which was carrots, celery, and tater tots. So we're going to run into Aldi here now and pick those things up. And I know that Aldi is going to have like 2 full aisles of Christmas and just fun home decor. So I'm also looking forward to looking at that. Maria and I did go into Ace Hardware to see if we could figure out a seat option for Warren, and they just didn't have a good option either. I didn't end up getting either of the options I showed you at Walmart because nothing was just quite right. So anyway, stay tuned, I guess, if you're interested in that storyline. Socks at Aldi's are always a great deal. I've had really, really good luck with the quality, so I actually am picking up these here for Joseph. Aldi is full of advent calendars. These are the fun countdown ones with the chocolates, which is exactly what Maria was waiting for, right? All of them, yes. Okay, obviously these rolls are not carrots or celery or tater tots, but I'm always looking for the clearance stickers at Aldi to see what types of great finds I can find. And look at this. These are a take and bake, put them in the oven for 7 minutes, French roll. I think I'm going to get all of them.
Without cheesy tater tots.
I'm not sure how we're going to hunt.
We can't.
We can't.
We're going to have to shut down
Maria says shut down hunting season because there are no tater tots.
We can't have hunting season without cheesy tater tots.
It's going to be a trick, but I think we're going to have to pick some up later in the week somewhere else. Oh, look at the snow. Look at the snow coming down. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
So exciting. Look at that. It's exciting. The first snows are always so exciting, but you know, April. We won't really like to see this in April, but now it's really fun. All right, we've been home for a little while and we actually just had hug and kiss soup. Let me stir that so you guys can see. It's really just no, it'd have to be a full-size paper bag, Peter. It's really just a vegetable and ground venison soup. I only got 4 of these bags. I said I was going to get all of them. I think I left 3 at the store. But anyway, these rolls were absolutely delicious, and for 99 cents, it's just that was a great buy. Put them in the oven, 400 degrees, 7 minutes. They're just like crunchy, and the outside is crunchy, the inside is chewy. They were delicious. So we had 1 package of the French rolls with our soup for lunch, and now everything is set up here. And this is really getting ready for hunting season. Pretty much everything here, other than like the milk and probably some eggs, is going to be for hunting season. We like to make, I've mentioned this before, and I can leave a video linked in the description box below for you guys where we are like, everyone is putting together their lunch bags for hunting if you want. Here we go. I did pick up this. I don't think I've ever gotten these before. I don't think. These little snack stacks, so they just come with, you know, like just like a single serve of Pringles. I also picked up 1 package of the chicken ramen noodles. I picked up 2 boxes of elbow macaroni. This has been kind of hard to come by lately, and so when I saw it and I thought I'm going to get 2 boxes right away. I do have a little bit left at home of a different brand that Aldi has been carrying, but they're really not that great. They get very, very mushy, and I'm not real fond of those. And I'm going to make a great big Nesco of chili here later this week for hunting. I did pick up 3 of these family size, or what do they call it, value size macaroni and cheeses. I know that if it happens to be a day where I'm hunting, maybe, that this would be something that Warren would love to make for lunch. I know butter was $2.99 a pound, better than I guess most places right now, so I just picked up 2. I'm not super in need of butter, but I thought at that price I would get 2 of them. Some oranges, and then some cream soups. I have 6 cream of chicken and 6 cream of mushroom. I did pick up some cereal, so a great big mega size of corn flakes, the family Honey Nut Cheerios, and the Great Value shredded wheat. Some Fruit Smiles. These are always a favorite fruit snack, and everyone loves to put those in their hunting packs. 1 of these peanut butter bars for hunting packs. And then these I'm going to tuck away for closer to Christmas. Like, you know, I'll bring these out in December for making M&M cookies. I like to make M&M cookies, and it seems like if you wait, they'll all be sold out. So I grabbed those today. And then 3 packages of these cheese sticks. I know my kids really like those, and those will go over well in hunting packs. Some more pudding, 4 hunting packs, of course. Some popcorn. We're getting low, and it just makes a great snack. And I know if there's going to be people around, I could always make just a couple huge bowls of popcorn, and hopefully that would make people happy. And then we have some celery and carrots, kidney beans. I made chili just a couple days ago, and I actually liked making the kidney beans. I'd never done it before, but I made them in the Instant Pot, and then I just used those for my chili, and I thought that that turned out really well. I liked the consistency of them and the flavoring. I picked up 2 Better Than bouillons, 1 beef and 1 chicken, 5 gallons of milk. Well, honestly, 6, but 2 weeks now in a row we've had one hit the floor, which, all right, we're gonna try to just get past that. So garden salsa chips, I picked up a good assortment of chips because, like I said, if we're having people around, it's kind of nice to be able to pull these out for a lunch or whatever. So some chips for salsa and some potato chips and sun chips, that kind of thing. And I didn't need flour, but I have been trying to, when I am in the store, just grab 1 bag just to make sure that I don't run out, and because flour just keeps going up. This was actually $1 more today than it was last year this time, so that was kind of a bummer. Anyway, 3 pounds of bacon. We will have bacon on opening morning of hunting season, so I picked that up already. And then some eggs. I needed eggs. I mean, we're getting about 3 eggs a day or so right now. That does not meet our needs, so I have to supplement with the store eggs. And then some more Pringles in the larger cans. I wasn't sure, I wasn't really sure what Warren was going to want to put in his lunch pack, so I got a variety of options here. I did pick up a number of like non-food items. So I got a new phone. It's an iPhone 8. Mine, yeah, anyway, the screen the one night a couple weeks ago, it just was completely black, and that was already the second screen that I had on that phone. So time for a new one. So I picked up a screen protector as well as a case. And then I picked up, you saw these at Aldi, these are the advent calendars with the little chocolates, so I picked up 4 of those, 1 for each of the kids that is at home. And then a couple toilet papers. Again, I didn't need this, but I do like to, when I'm at the store, just pick up a couple packages just so that I kind of am always restocking. Did I say freezer packing tape? Some more freezer paper. This is another one of those things that if you wait until a couple days before deer season, or you wait until the end of deer season when everyone is ready to cut up their deer, the stores are always out. So I like to get that ahead of time. Some freezer bags for packaging meat if necessary, and then some more saran wrap. I like to wrap roasts in saran wrap and then freezer paper. Another thing that's always a great buy at Aldi are the tights, the socks. So I picked up socks for the boys as well as tights for Maria and tights for me. I picked up a couple pairs of the black tights. So that is everything. Oh, and a case of water. I did pick up a case of water. A couple things that I did not get today that were on my list. Peanuts in the shell. I couldn't find those at Walmart. They don't normally carry those at Aldi. I didn't see them there either. But I didn't see them at all at Walmart today. And I could have stopped, like Pick and Save. They probably have them, but I just didn't. I also did not get tater tots because they were out of tater tots. And was there anything else that I did not get today? I think that was it. So, all right, we're gonna keep this day moving. I need to get stuff put away. And then I do have some hamburger that I do wanna get browning. I don't have a plan for it necessarily right now. At least I wanna get it browning.
I gotta move this. Oh,
branch. We're just out for a little ride around the property, kind of checking out the deer stands and looking down all the lanes just to see if we happen to see any deer. I'm Peter spotted something down this one, so he turned back around to look. He thought maybe it was a bear because it was so dark, but it turned out to be a deer. And then as I put my eyes down, and I guess a buck went across. I don't often get video of the cranberry beds after harvest, yet before snow, and I just thought this was a neat chance to get to show you guys what the cranberries look like when they go dormant for the winter months. They just turn into actually kind of a really pretty cranberry color, kind of a deep burgundy.
First grounds ever.
Nice.
Nice job, Peter.
Awesome. Out on this little ride, and Peter spots a grouse, and that was the end.
Flew up in the tree. It was just sitting there in the tree. Shot it.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm finally getting into the kitchen. I'm going to get this hamburger browned up. I have 4 pounds of ground venison that I have thawed in the refrigerator, and I want to get that fried up. I'm not going to use it for tonight's supper. Warren and I have plans with some of our older kids, as well as some friends. We're going out to a comedy night, and so they're probably going to have something pretty simple here tonight. Maybe some macaroni and cheese. I guess whatever Sam wants to make for them.
Macaroni and cheese.
Does that sound good, macaroni and cheese?
Yeah. Mom, I just found another bee stuck in it.
Uh-huh.
I found out why they don't go through, because they grab feathers,
Uh-huh.
and then the feathers, when they're going through the meat, slow them down.
Well, good morning. We are back at vlogging today. So yesterday ended a little bit abruptly. I guess I was browning up the ground venison that I had. So there is some of it. And then we had to get ready because we had a night out with some of our older kids and some friends, and that was that. So anyway, here we are. It's after Mass. Warren is doing dishes. And we're just kind of working in the kitchen here right now. So I'm going to make taco soup with this, which is about 2 pounds. So I'm going to do a double batch of taco soup. I put half of the hamburger, which is another 2 pounds, in this bowl, and I am going to make this into lasagna in just a few minutes. So the recipe for taco soup is in cookbook number 1. I'm kind of varying it just a little bit today. I normally use chili beans, but this is what I had, was just straight red beans. That's okay. I can add a little extra taco seasoning, and that will be fine. Or, now that I think about it, I'm also using these Mexican style diced tomatoes instead of regular diced tomatoes. So these will kind of maybe make up, since these have some seasoning in them, they'll make up for the fact that I'm not using chili beans, which is, it's all going to work. That's the point here, is that sometimes you look at a recipe and you're like, well, I can make that work with what I have on hand. And that is really a good point to be at, when you can kind of adapt a recipe and it still turn out the way you're hoping it to turn out. I also have some frozen corn. I'm just going to put this right in frozen like that and let it thaw, because we probably won't eat this soup today. It'll probably be for tomorrow. We'll have to see. Things change. Sometimes people show up at the house and we just have to change things around with what we're going to do. All right, I want to show you guys something. This has never happened to me before. I knew what to look for, but this has never happened to me before. I popped the lid off of both of my jars. These were canned in 2021, and both of them were perfectly sealed. Both jars, the lid popped. Everything seemed normal about it. But when I took the lid off, look at that black growth right there. That is some sort of, I'd have to look it up, but I would imagine that's some sort of bacteria growth. It could be a mold growth, but I'm thinking it's a bacterial growth. And I'm hoping that this will show up in the camera. But there's like this little whitish, the light is actually reflecting off of it. That little whitish growth right down there in the jar means that something has gone bad in this jar. I knew that that is what would happen. You can get like a milky film, or you could get a milky spot in a jar. I've never seen it before, except mold. It looks kind of like a mold growth, or there's something. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out to you, because I know there's a lot of people who might be new to the home canning and everything. And I've seen in videos where they say, you know, oh, you know, you want to watch for spoilage in your jars, but if you don't know what to look for, how do you know what spoilage looks like? That is a very clear indication of spoilage, that little kind of like milky growth in the jar. I mean, 26 almost, I guess, I've been canning for probably 25 years. And I've never had this happen, not one time. So this was interesting to see. And I guess I'm glad I could show it to you so you guys would have kind of an understanding of what that looks like. This, I do think it has a tiny bit different smell too. But still, I mean, just by odor alone, I would not have known, but just kind of looking at those other things. All right, wanted to just point that out to you guys, so I need to go back down to the basement and get another jar of tomato juice. With lasagna, if I happen to be using store-bought spaghetti sauce, the jars keep shrinking. So what I usually will do is add in just a can of straight tomato sauce to go along with that, with maybe even a little extra Italian seasoning. I'll probably put in about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning just to make up for the fact that my tomatoes, or my marinara sauce, is only 24 ounces and I really need 32 ounces. So for the lasagna, I'm putting it in one of these like extra large Pyrex. This is a 10 by 13, I think. Alright, whoops, I just poured all the sauce over and I should have waited. I'm just going to kind of push those noodles down in there. I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to cover it with all of this cheese. And when I bake it, I will have foil on it, so that foil will help all of the liquid in here to boil up and it'll still cook the noodles just fine. As I'm thinking about it, typically what I will do is, if I'm making it in this larger pan, I will do like a 1.5 recipe. I don't know why I wasn't thinking that through properly, but normally if I'm going to do just a regular one recipe like this, I would put it into a regular 9 by 13 pan, just like the recipe says in the cookbook. So again, follow your own recipe, Jennifer, right? It's going to be fine. Like I said, I'll foil this. The water will still, all of the liquid in here will still kind of boil up. It's going to soften the noodles just fine. But if you're doing it and you want to put it in a larger pan to make a bigger lasagna, then 1.5 times the recipe. That works better. Come on, Peter, lift that lead sled.
It's heavy.
It sure is. Oh. Well, today we are going to sight in a couple of our rifles. I have to sight in my deer rifle, and then Warren wants to sight in one of his deer rifles as well. And I think most everybody else has already sighted in.
Yep. Everybody.
Everybody else has sighted in already?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Warren is just carrying a target down. I think he's going to set that up at 100 yards. And then we like to make sure that we sight our rifles in for like what we're trying. I mean, obviously the smallest group we can at 100 yards,
yeah.
right? That's
yeah.
what we're trying to sight in for. It's going to take a little bit for these to puff back up, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you pick which target you want.
Oh, I gotta, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even on the target.
Okay, here, up or down?
I think way up, I think. I think I'm looking at this sand right here. You want me to do it?
Sure, you know how to.
Wow.
Everything's cold. That's what happens when it's 20 degrees.
Yeah. Oh no, of course I'm too high. Oh, this is perfect.
Just wait. Let me do this. Just to tighten it up. That might change it.
That's gonna change it.
What way?
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
All
So
right.
whenever you're ready.
I got it on fire. Do you want to stand back, Peter?
Jack in another shell. How's it look?
Great.
Let's go walk down.
Oh, the marker.
So I can mark the holes.
So that's what we always do. At least this is what Warren taught me to do, is you shoot 3 shells and then you go down, you check it out, see if you have to adjust it all, and then we'll go back and we normally do 3 again if we need to?
If you need to. I mean, every time you adjust, you need to shoot 3 more to see where your group is. But if you feel that your first group is right on, you don't have to adjust anything. Then it's just if you want to shoot more, you can.
Right, right. I feel pretty good about it. Pretty good.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Oh, I see all 3.
I know.
Bullets.
Now I gotta try to beat that. Come on.
All 3
Look at
right
that.
in the center.
I think you need to move your gun.
I need to move it, you think?
Like 6 inches the other way. No, I think that is terrific shooting.
There it is.
That is excellent.
That's one of my better ones ever.
But you know what this means now.
There's no excuse
No
if
excuses if you miss.
I miss, huh?
Just be buck fever. That's all you'll be able to claim.
Yep, exactly. All right.
Nice job.
Thanks. So now you're going to sight in on the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't shot this gun in a while, so I don't know how. I'm just going to put a disclaimer in that the scope may not. I mean, I'm confident my group will be decent, but it will be. I can't guarantee it'll be in the bullseye. So.
Oh, excuses.
You set the bar kind of high.
That's my job.
Where's the safety?
Right there.
What's the thing in the trigger guard
This?
Yeah.
That's to drop the floor plate. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
We're all ready.
It's high and to the right.
This is your 7mm08?
No, it's my 7mm Magnum. This is the gun that Dad got me when I was 12. Actually, up and down I'm pretty good. I gotta go to the left. And then this is, I got 2 more shells here of this kind, and then I'm gonna switch to those American Hunters, and those are gonna shoot a little different.
You have 2 more shells of this kind?
So he's just adjusting his
Oh,
scope.
I guess I only have 1 more. Yeah, let me just adjust that scope. I need my Leatherman. Yes. Okay, let me shoot this one shell. See where we hit.
Okay.
This was the first shot, and I'm like, well, that's a flyer, probably due to the oil in the barrel. But then this was the second shot, and I'm like, well, it's not that far off. But then that was the third shot. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So then I clicked it over 1.5 inches and shot again, and I'm way over here. So I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So I clicked it back a couple clicks, so now I'm going to shoot again. But I don't know. It's not developing a pattern that makes sense yet. We'll try these.
He just adjusted the scope again to see if that helps it out, huh?
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. Sometimes it's like that.
I need my ear. That was loud. But I'm in the bullseye.
Oh, that's good. Is that better?
It's better. Not great.
Not the way you want
Shoot
it.
one more.
Okay.
One more. So this was my first shot, and I thought, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And then this was my second shot. I'm like, well, it's not bad. I mean, it's could be better. This was my third shot. I'm like, what's that? And then this was my fourth shot. So
I actually think these three, being that they're so in line this way, are actually the best three, don't you? Or do you not?
I think
you think this?
This right here is the best, the smallest group. There's more distance here.
It is the smallest.
I mean,
huh.
I'm not real happy with that.
Right.
At all, actually.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean,
It'll still kill the deer.
it will. It's just I want it more precision than that.
So when you were here and you moved it over 1.5 clicks or inches,
Well, 6 clicks.
6 clicks,
Yeah.
and it went to there, then how many clicks did you move
I
it
went
back?
2 clicks back.
How many?
2.
2. Okay.
So I'm gonna leave it right there for
You
now.
probably could click it one more click. Because if this got you this far, it'd probably be right there if you clicked it one more click.
Maybe I'll go one more click and shoot 3 more and just see how
That's
it
what
looks.
I would do.
All right, I think I'm gonna leave it right here. I got one bullseye, and then I got this one here, and I got this one here.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
I'm gonna leave that.
Yes.
That's a dead deer. I'm gonna leave that.
I would leave that too.
So could I shoot
That looks
now?
good. You want to shoot it?
I'm gonna shoot it at the plate.
Okay.
You're gonna shoot the 7mm
Big. Yeah.
at this target here? Is that what you said?
Yeah, one of the metal plates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just can't hear you with the earplugs in.
Come on, bud. I'll probably shoot one at the diamond, then this one, then that one.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Michael.
Come up.
Peter, do you want the...
Go over
Here.
this way. Now down.
Okay, sit on that.
Now, close the bolt. All right, you're on safety. You just push that forward when you're ready to shoot. You hit it. You rang
Hit
it
all
times.
three.
You rang it all 3 times.
Good job, Peter.
How'd you like shooting that? Protectors on. Nice job.
Yeah. Cool though. Good job, Peter. Thanks.
All right, this gun's ready.
Okay, back in from outside and sighting in rifles. And I'm not sure if I made it clear before, but I actually put the lasagna in to bake right away. So it's been in the oven for over an hour, really, but I knew it would be fine because I just had it foiled. And now I'm just going to set it here and let it cool for a while. I like lasagna to set up for at least 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, 30 minutes is fine, and it just seems like it still holds its heat for a long time. Over here we have the taco soup. It is definitely done. Looks good, smells good. And then I brought in the hug and kiss soup. There's not a ton left of that, but actually I guess there's probably more than I realized because this is my really big Dutch oven. So there's hug and kiss soup in there. And then these are the rolls that I bought at Aldi yesterday, you know, the 99-cent ones. So I put 2 more here. So I'm just preheating the oven up to 400. It was at 350 for the lasagna. So preheating that up to 400 degrees. I'm going to pop these in for 7 minutes. That's what we did yesterday, and they were absolutely perfect. And we'll pull out some applesauce or maybe some sort of canned fruit or something, and that is going to be our lunch. Emily and her family are here. They're peeking in the window at me right now. Hi. Hi. So they're here and they're going to eat with us, and I just wanted to make sure that I had all these options. So we're just going to get all the things out, like the cheese and the sour cream and the chips for the taco soup, and I guess that's probably just about all we have to get out. Okay, so this is what lunch is looking like here. It's just a big variety of everything, and oh, Colt is getting into things right now. Okay, with taco soup we always like to serve it with chips, corn chips, and shredded cheese, as well as sour cream. Sometimes the kids might put a little hot sauce on it or something, but I guess that's normally salmon. He's not here right now.